I want to ask you about something that's been in the news lately, and that is DraftKings and FanDuel and other fantasy sports sites. Should people who use those websites be worried they're breaking the law?
Well, this is such a fascinating industry. It's a new industry. It's a growing industry. It's an industry that's taken off here in Massachusetts and really across the country. For those of us who watch Sunday football, we see that there is a real push in this area. What we do know, because we did look at this in the office after they reached out to us, which is not uncommon when any new company comes to town or new industry. They'll reach out and want to talk about their industry. So we sat down with them. There's no federal or state law that prohibits daily fantasy sports. I will tell you that this week's revelations about potential insider trading are concerning. I think that those who play want to be and expect to be assured a level playing field, and I think that, particularly as somebody who cares about consumer protections, I think it's really important to make sure that is in place. So we've reached back out to them, to both DraftKings and FanDuel, to invite them into the office to talk to us about the kind of steps they're going to be taking to protect consumers. I know that today they've determined, and as a matter of policy, they're not going to let their own employees bet. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense to a lot of us out there. But we'll look forward to more discussions.
And what's the sort of status of how your office is looking into this? Is it just discussions? Is there a more sort of substantial inquiry? Is there a criminal inquiry? How would you characterize it?
Oh, no, there's no criminal inquiry. And as I said, there's no federal or state law that prohibits daily fantasy sports. But, at their initiation, they reached out to us to talk about who they are and what they do. And so we took the meeting, and I think that's right. That's responsible. Again, concerning revelations this week, and I think we want to make sure that consumers have a level playing field. And obviously, maybe it's because they're a new industry and didn't create the kind of policies and practices that you want to have in place as you grow to make sure that consumers aren't being taken advantage of or aren't duped. For whatever the reason, the point now is let's get it right and let's make sure that we have in place the right policies and practices going forward.
So for people in Boston and around the United States who use those websites, they can feel 100% safe that they're not breaking the law?
Oh, that they're not breaking
that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Right. And then we're not looking to shut them down. But I do think it's right that people are a little bit miffed today and this week with the revelations that, that they were literally playing against the House. And not surprisingly, the House made out pretty well in this instance. So I think that what those who participate are looking for and should be assured from these industries is that there is a level playing field for those who want to participate.
And that's really what you're looking at most closely? Was that fair to
Yes,
characterize?
yeah, absolutely.